Hello everyone, this is my poster. I chose to use materials from video game magazines because gaming and game design are something I hold dear. It showcases multiple characters, art styles, and genres of video games, which portrays my respect for video games as an industry and an art. I included the E for Everyone logo up here, as I believe video games are for everyone in general, not just a hobby for traditional gamers or little kids. The way I've laid out the poster in general almost seems like a video game scene, in that the warp pipes are placed as they would be in a game. I also included a gameplay image of Mario Maker up here, which shows my desire to be a full-time game developer someday. This is a dream that I'm still striving for. Interestingly, I chose to place the image of Celeste reaching for a Game Boy, because that console was my first ever introduction to gaming, and Celeste is a character from an indie game about overcoming depression and mental health struggles. I include references to incredibly challenging games at least 9 times on this poster, which indicates someone who enjoys being challenged in life. So as you can see, there's images from a game called Dark Souls, Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, Mega Man, Celeste, of course, Cuphead, more Mega Man. These are all very difficult games. Definitely portrays someone who enjoys a challenge. I also have a portrayal of easier games such as Animal Crossing, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Monster Hunter Stories, Super Mario RPG, and various others, such as Mario. Due to the portrayal of easy games mixed with images of much harder games nearby, I would say that a great deal of my personality is wrapped up in conflict between the concept of growing up and longing for a simpler time. There is also a portrayal of Luigi from Luigi's Mansion, looking scared or anxious, but the image is covered by a portrayal of Luigi showing off a classic video game. I believe this represents the anxiety I feel and how I cover it up with my passions and challenges in life. It is also interesting that I included the artist's name on the Luigi image here, potentially indicating both a respect for the artist and a possible level of envy for the artist. There are lots of images of struggle or conflict between two individuals, such as Mario and Boo in the top corner, or this Mega Man scene, or this Lionel versus Link up here, possibly showing that there is an unresolved conflict internally. There seems to be very little in the way of true organization on the poster, indicating a level of scatteredness or disorganization. Maybe a lack of true direction in my life, as I know what I enjoy, but I have no plan for what comes next. There's a mix of classic games, indie games, and AAA games all on this page, which represents a passion for gaming that goes personality deep, not just a mere hobby. In the middle of the page, there is a whole list of the original 151 Pokemon in order, which represents how impactful that specific game was on my upbringing, as it was something I shared with my brother and a huge factor in why gaming is solidified as part of who I am today. Portrayed here is an image of Untitled Goose Game and Cuphead. These are two games that I have a personal connection to through my best friend. Him and I played these games for hours, just enjoying them together. And it's a bonding experience that I don't think I'll ever forget, so that's why I put those there. This poster represents someone who respects video games not just as a fan, but also as a developer and creator. To me, games are more than just entertainment. They're interactive systems that combine storytelling, design, and problem solving. I really enjoy breaking how they work and thinking about how they're built, and that creative and technical side is a big part of why they matter to me. It also shows that I'm someone who enjoys challenges, but at the same time feels a strong connection to the simpler experiences I had growing up. A lot of the games included here are tied to specific memories and time periods in my life. When I revisit them, it brings back not just the gameplay, but the emotions and environment around that time. There's a sense of comfort and familiarity there. This poster also reflects someone who is still figuring out their direction in life, but who clearly knows what they enjoy and what motivates them. Gaming has become one of my main coping tools. It gives me structure, goals, and measurable progress, which can be really grounding during stressful and uncertain periods. It's a space where effort feels directly connected to results. Looking at it from a psychoanalytic perspective, this could suggest that I lean more toward introversion and internal processing. I tend to recharge through immersive, thoughtful activities rather than highly social ones. The creative side of gaming, the worlds, the mechanics, and design also connects to how I like to think and express ideas. Overall, each game shown here has had a lasting impact on me in some way. Together they tell a story about my interests, my challenges, and my growth. This poster isn't just about what I like to play. It's really a snapshot of how play, creativity, and challenge are part of who I am.